Liberia is for the establishment of the Economic and War Crimes Court. That's the first comment. The second comment has to do with conflict of interest. Conflict of interest as relates to the bizarre hearing the Senate did some time ago. All of those.
And you discredit him. You accuse him. What do you think the CDC going to do? 2023, they're going to play the tape. And Kev, you know that. When the CDC say, you know what? When Democratic Party say play the tape, when Republicans say play the tape, you know exactly where is this going. Today will be a day to remember when it comes to Liberty Party. Maybe some of you guys are afraid, but at least I would say,
yeah. You know, I always hate Musability and harder, you know, but sometime in life you listen to some things and then you question and certain things, and you want to go there and what Musability was saying, you know, we try to stop him. But I think he's right.
It should be a factor. Now,
Biden is 78 years old when he was president.
And the way, hey, you know, Joe Biden is in a government that is structured. You know, a government that existed for many, many years. He has many structures around him.
Joe Biden is got problem.
Wait,
there you go.
Let me tell you something. Age is a factor in this election. Let me just say, whether you like it or not, whether our supporters like it, and the reason why
is gold.
And the reason why that is, you know, you guys not like it. You know, as well, maybe you're a young man, but I know as an aging person, there are things that I can't do when I was 30 that I can do now, especially as it relates to my cognitive ability.
Dr. Richardson,
but let me also tell you this, and let me tell you this.
This is important. I have to make this point.
Let me tell you this. Yes, I will. Let me finish, okay? Now, I'm not just saying, I'm not generalizing to say that, okay, just because somebody is 80, that means they can't function, okay? However, we have to assess that. That is something
Dr. Richardson, hold on. Stand on. Let me say something. This is very important.
But you will come back in, Dr. Richardson. Dr. Richardson, you will come back and give him a chance, let him speak.
Yeah, but you keep on
I watch this show. This is the only talk show I watch whenever I can. I don't watch other talk shows, right? So I pay attention. Whenever I can, I watch this show.
Thank you for
Dr. Richardson is a highly educated professional.
Correct.
She's a psychologist or something. She uses a certain word that most Liberians don't understand the meaning of, but I do because I'm educated too. The phrase is cognitive ability. Correct. My people, when Dr. Richardson uses that phrase to describe Joe Biden, she is in a nuanced way, in an educated way, questioning Joe Biden's mental agility, his ability to think straight, to make decisions. You see, she's using both. But thankfully, she's using book that common people can understand, but I can understand it. Cognitive ability. Let me say something to Dr. Richardson about Joe Biden cognitive ability. Day before yesterday, Joe Biden and I had a conversation for 35 minutes. During that
law, nobody followed the rule of
So why was we a technical director of the Lone Star under Taylor? He was supporting a lawless administration? Or he just has no values?
No, let's talk about the government.
He was technical director.
Let's talk about the government.
Let's talk about you making $20,000 sitting in America. You don't even do any work at any ministry. You make $20,000. We have the transfer papers. What about that? Is that consistent with the rule of law? Which part of the PFM law are we reading from that they're paying you $20,000 on a monthly basis? How do you feel when you hear people crying about hunger in Monrovia, when you are making $20,000 that you don't work a day in your life for?
Okay.
So you want to talk to me about rule of law? You're so far away. You and rule of law, you're going in separate directions.
No, let's talk about this now. You know.
No, let's talk about your $20,000. Maybe you want to start with an apology for living off the Liberian people without doing the work. Why don't you start there? say, I apologize for accepting $20,000 from the government to sit on spoon and politicize the suffering of my country. Apologize for that. Then I'll see you a credible questioner that I can have a decent conversation with.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll have to deal with you just because you're on spoon.
But you see, Parker, and I know you want to the sway of the.
No, but I'll be answering your question. Why are you being paid $20,000? But why are you being paid $20,000? Seriously, $20,000 US dollars. How do you feel justified?
Okay, but let's come back to the rule of law. Let's come.
No, let's stick with accountability and stealing from this country. Why are you being paid $20,000? How is that income justified?
Let's talk about the rule of law. You cannot.
But we're talking about the rule of law. Like financial
and then you talk about rule of law.
Yes, rule of law. Why is Jefferson being paid?
But gentlemen, Kevin DeMoore, guys, wait.
$20,000. That's the number. I hope every citizen that haven't, paid their children's school fees know that Jefferson is receiving $20,000 for wearing his glasses and sitting down and making light of the suffering of our people every day, firing off this.
Mr. Miguel, DeLong, and DeLong said that let Minister Miguel tell us where he got the money from to buy his home. In less than 6 weeks into his position, he was able to go and get money to buy his home. I think actually we need clarity on that. What's going on between you and the sitting senator? Why are you coming up with this story?
I really do not want to respond to DeLong. In 1997, DeLong had an opportunity to work with Minister of Justice in the Solicitor General office. And by 98, I was working in the Attorney General office at the time. I was at the University of Liberia, going to school at the university. I don't know which school DeLong was in at the time. But however, he and I worked at the Ministry of Justice for 4 years. And I thought DeLong, the fact that now he's a senator, you'll be more mature. But the fact that DeLong is accusing me of a horse that I bought or I entered in 4 years ago and tried to accuse me of corruption only suggests that he really doesn't have an issue. Somebody needs to add DeLong when he declared his asset. He declared that he had $3.50. He worked for 9 months. According to him, he was making $5,000. By the end of the 9 months, he had $96,000 in account plus $20,000, $24,000 US dollars. That's over 100 and something thousand. Calculate. Ask DeLong where he got the money from. But there's a real issue that I don't want to go to, and DeLong knows. And DeLong does not want me to expose him because I'm the Minister of State, and I know telephone calls that I get from these individuals. And so I don't want to go into DeLong's closet. Because if I go into DeLong's closet, DeLong will be disgraced. But the good news is, if DeLong is only accusing me of a horse, and he claimed that because I said I will get a loan from one bank, please suggest of supposing that no other bank will give me a loan, there's something wrong with him.
Mr. McGill, I'm gonna interrupt you. You don't want to go in there, but I'm gonna go in there. Senator DeLong, pressure the government of Liberia, the administration, for $2 million before and he would take part to sign for the new banknotes. For him, he and his Liberty cronies.
Let me get your information on the banknote issue. DeLong had made an argument that he wanted a report for the $4 billion before he would sign the agreement. He never had any disposition, but he was making some demands. The report was given to DeLong. How the $4 billion was used. And I said, Senator DeLong, you just get a check of $633,000 issued in Liberian labor, and you say asking how other people use the money. The central bank has issued that $1 billion was used on government expenditure. $2 billion went to a commercial bank. and the report is in your hand, and you're using the report if to say you want to do so, you can.
International call. I will take this first call, Diamond, please. Good evening. You are live on Spoon Talk. Your name and where you calling from, please.
Good evening. Good evening. Let me say good evening to your panelists. This is Daniel Sando, and I'm following the conversation from Rovia. I listened to the redundant argument from Mr. Isaac Jackson, and I think it's very comical. I do not think that the conversation here tonight is for Mr. Dillon, but being the person he is, he would rather be used for an entertainment purpose. I just want to indicate, as an executive of the Liberty Party, that the chairman of the Liberty Party is not being truthful to himself. You cannot go to the executive committee of the party and begin to insinuate, make positions known that you are supportive of Mr. Cummings, and then when you come to the public, you say you don't have a side. I think it is wrong. As a leader, you have to own up to the decision that you take. What Mr. Benedict doesn't know is that the people who defended him, when the entire country descended against him, including the Isaac Johnson with whom he had entered into an holy matrimonial affair today. I see the two of them on your platform, and their views are very mutually enforcing, right? When Isaac Johnson then mounted the podium to bring insult on him, it was a very DeLong, Daniel Sando, and everybody in the Liberty Party that came to his defense. What he hasn't realized is that to become a chairman of the Liberty Party, there are too many persons who look up to you. And to become chairman is not for yourself. The reason why he find himself in a kind of problem today is because he had a motive. I'm not too sure that he's been very frank with the conversation you people are having here. He should have told you that he had divided the Liberty Party because he's a communist operative. He said that he go to the executive committee, Mr. Cummings will give him $5 million, he's going to empower members of the executive committee. He should have said all those things. That's why he afforded problem with the party. Okay? And when the political leader who people ask him, Mr. Chairman, the political leader has the power to provide political direction for the party, not knowing that he had already altered the constitution. Even the issue of the constitution when it came up, the political leader convened a meeting. He vehemently opposed any internal investigation. Today, I'm shocked to hear that he's encouraging internal investigation. The issue should be resolved internally. I think the party, as Chairman Sembi said, the party is bigger than anybody's individual interest. But to be frank to the Liberian people, Liberty Party is why it is today. We are a laughing stock in the public because Mr. Benedict is chairman and because he's been very self-serving. Every decision he made is about why he's going to benefit in the end. And I don't think that's why his chairmanship was about.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Daniel Sando, Liberty Party. We're going to pause and allow Musa to jump in. I gave another 30 seconds to answer. Musa, you go first. You want to respond?
I have nothing to say about that, man.
He accused you of $5 million.
Hold on a minute, guys. Let hear from Musa. Musa, can you respond, please? What you said?
No.
Okay.
I cannot go into
that. Okay. So, Answer Jackson.
I will respond because I think Musa, as chairman of the party, I have said to you that Musa, I'm my best friend. The guy who called, he's noted for clown shows, right? This is a complete muppet who are just trying to display his conduct as a muppet. This man who just called is on record for lavishing praises on Mr. Ability. How come he suddenly turned around the ability that was an integral man, who was an outstanding man? How can he now spewing insult Ability in the public? He is now using words on Ability that will not be entertained in any friendly conversation. You got to ask him why. And I will tell you why. You know why? This muppet was called upon to give back the car he rides that belongs to the party. Since
utter dishonesty to blame people who he encouraged to support CDC. And come and say, you are supporting CDC. Yeah. So Mr. Ability is a dishonest man. This man is genetically incapable of talking true. He lied about everything brazenly. He lied brazenly about everything. So that's the first thing you got to look at that thing. Mr. Ability, it was not the people alone that supported Joe. You campaign, you endorse Mr. Georgia for the second round against Councillor Blonsky Eba. So why are you blaming our people for supporting Georgia? That's wrong. So the first dishonesty there, we got to pick that dishonesty apart. The second thing is, Mr. Belete, try to be dishonest even with the truth. To say that, Mr. Georgia, was supporting the Lone Star and you're endorsing. The facts are the similar. The analogy cannot be the same. All right? Mr. Belete is being accused of supporting a quote unquote he being criticized in the public, for quote unquote buying car for Liberty Party because he is suffering under the weight of a huge corruption allegation. Unlike Mr. Josh Weir, everybody knows that Mr. Josh Weir
moderating tonight. And I think Musa was off with his math. And I just figured out that probably he didn't do calculus in school. When he said it has 70, the leadership was 70, but he counted and he missed the math, 24, something, 11. But it's okay, Musa. I mean, you can miss the math, but, you will not miss your money because you're one of Liberia's wealthy person. So let's get to the question about this thing. Let's get to this thing. My question, I'm kind of confused, Chairman, and a lot of people confused. Is there still a Liberty Party to reckon with?
Damn, man, come on. I'm not going to answer that question. That question is provocative and unacceptable.
No, it's not. It's not.
Can I ask me that question? Because you know that there's a Liberty Party, and you cannot ask me whether there's there.
Let me welcome you to the Manilson Abraka Talk Show. Here we discuss the truth. We are not here to behave like the know it all. We are students of HB. The thing I'm about to say here tonight or this morning, wherever you find yourself, don't blame me. Don't blame me. Because I'm about to speak about the hard truth. I am about to tell the Liberian people the hard truth. Let the Liberian people wash up. Let the Liberian people wash up for water spoon. Let them wash up. But the thing that landed on my radar, the information that landed on my radar, they will be thinking how I managed to get that information. They will be thinking even their own reporter does not have the information that I have currently as to speak. Even their own reporters, James Goodell Froma does not have the current information that I have on their CEO. The current information that I have on their CEO, that I have on the Skiwis Kawats, the Skiwis Kawats so-called talk show hosts. They are not genuine in the analysis. These guys, they are power grieved. These guys, they are power grieved. Have you asked yourself why is it that up to now that they don't have united partisans on that talk show? Have you asked yourself? Have you asked yourself why up to now there have not been someone from United Party angle on their platform? Have you asked yourself? But I'm about to tell you 3 good reasons why carry the entire crew to Liberia. I am about to lay the cat out of the bag. Because the talk show is noted for saying the truth. As soon we get through with our talk show last night or this morning, I received a telephone conversation. And which of course I would not be able to call the person in. I would not be able to call the person in because I trust the person. And the person is working in the government. The person is working in the government. And that's the reason why the person told me. And the person sent me pictures. Now, have you asked yourself, what is it that the president is the president, people are supposed to go to the president. But in an aspect wherein the president is going to you, then that means you are important, or that means there is something important that you are about to say to the president. That what made the president to ride his vehicle to be able to go to your locality or your hotel. That's what happens. That's what happened. The Spoon talk show host, Waterspoon, before he could learn, before he could pick up from the United States, he did call the president. Now, I don't want for you to ask me who gave you the information. No. He called the president that he need an armed security, that he need a gorgeous security men and women. The president told him, don't be afraid. When you come, as soon as your team arrived, you will have the security be assigned to you until you leave. Now, have you asked yourself, what is it that Waterspoon arrived to Boulevard Hotel? The president have to leave from his compound to go to the Mickey Model, this big mob talk show host? Have you asked yourself? Have you asked yourself, what is it that the president have to take on himself to be able to go to those big mob politicians call themselves talk show hosts? Have you asked yourself? Now, I'm about to lay the cat out of the bed because I'm about to tell you things that you never hear from any talk show. The information, and I will give you the synopsis of the trend, and then I will be displaying everything by pictures. I will be displaying everything by pictures. The president went to to Boulevard Hotel. Now, it was interesting for you to know that Dr. Francais, her husband, they have to tell the young man, they have to tell the papa for him to be able to excuse them. His wife was in that meeting, and then they tell her husband for him to be able to excuse them. Why do you think they did that? Why do you go on Facebook, go and check that the Francis husband is not in any of those pictures. The picture that was taken when Josh Manor we have paid a visit to them to Boulevard Hotel. That is just one. Josh Manor we have paid them a visit, and then in discussing to the presidents. And when I'm talking here, I like to display a pictures. In discussing with the presidents, this was what was discussed, and someone left from among them. Call, we are not ready to take call here, please.
No, if you're on based on a connection, yeah, correction. On based on a correction, you should say that you made a mistake. The spelling, the topic tonight is ATM machine, MACHINE, but you said mission. I just want you to check it out because people might see a mission. Okay. You said mission, so check the spelling ATM machine and take it out and put machine instead of mission. Yeah.
Okay. You know, for you guys to understand. But let me play you guys a clip here for you guys to understand where we are coming from.
Well, folks, here we are. We are in the NCA community.
Open the door.
So the key of NTA community has been presented to the CEO, and he's about to open the entrance.
No, please, Gaso, please. Yeah, Gaso.
So back to what I was saying, I was just making that correction because that was a typographical error. So this guy, when they talk to the president, and I will be sharing with you what the guy said, and I will be showing a pictorial evidence. Now, what the guy said to the president, they all agree that they will pay their way because bulk of them support the ANC. That the way the case is going on Mr. Alexander B. Cummings, criminal Cummings, that they stand for them to go to intervene, to go to talk to the president. So that was one of the reasons that the whole crew went to Liberia. Now, the CEO told the president that he have to fight by all means to drive the case against Mr. Alexander B. Cummings, because when he does that, at the end analysis, JMB will give him a hard time. So for them to support their political leader, it would be best for them to let Mr. Alexander B. Cummings go. Right after that, the data that here, the data was mandated to go to Miss Serena Cephas. And I will show that picture here too as well. Ben Sami, who having to be, this is the picture. Ben Sami said it will be necessary for them to invite Serena Seaford at the place where the president came. Then the guardian said that they are going out. When Mr. Serena Seaford comes, you should be able to deal with him, for him to be able to get his view about what can we do to be able to drop the case. Mr. Alexander B. Cummings, after that meeting with Serena Cephas, they went to go to meet Mr. Alexander B. Cummings. The team went to meet Mr. Alexander B. Cummings. The team met with Mr. Alexander B. Cummings. The team met Alexander B. Cummings, and a lot of things were discussed. Lot of things were discussed in that meetings. Mr. Alexander B. Cummings was able to explain. He was able to admit. The man who said the document never existed, that is a man that was admitted to the Spoon crew. That yes, indeed, that his office staff will make mistake. So we know some of these your clandestine acts that you guys are carrying on. We rather know it. We rather know it, and we will expose them to the court. We will expose them to the court. We will definitely expose them to the court. Have you asked yourself, what is it that the Spoon Network, that's what the time Mr. Alexander Bekumi was explaining. The president never told them that they will be able to drop the case, which of course I cannot lie. The president said he will see what best he can be able to do. But instead of them consulting, they need to consult the Solicitor General first. Now, how can the Spoon team, Ben Savin, you see, so that boy is very crafty. That Ben Savin boy, you see, so that boy is very crafty. That boy was the man that was able to bring out the suggestions that it will be necessary for Dr. Francis to meet with the SG. Yes. Yes. But we know all of your clandestine acts that you're carrying on. That was the reason why the Ghana went, and then after they had received sufficient latches, after these Skiwi Scowards, those Skiwi Scowards received sufficient latches, that was the reason why they decided to go to JMB house. They decided to go in Koroklo, Akwara Koroklo. The men went in Koroklo to the Pape house to go to meet the woman. After they had met with the president, they never just disengaged. The next person was in line was the Solicitor General. They met with the Solicitor General. The next person was in line, that was the ANC political leader, Mr. Zana B. Cummins. It is sometimes looking feature to you guys when sometimes I am releasing a sensitive information. Like I said, the talk show is not here for bluffing. The talk show is there to speak about the truth. They met with the president. They could not go to go meet Serena Sifa first, because that's not what they were told. The first person in line that was to meet was Josh Manuel, and you guys will see that case. You guys will see that case for now. You guys will see what will happen to that case. You guys will see what will happen to that case. You guys will see what will happen to that case. If the man is a criminal, he is to bear the full weight of the law. No matter who that is. When you are a criminal, you are to bear the full weight of the law. So Mr. Alexander B. Cummins, if he has been caught in the act, he is to bear the full weight of the law. It is not because you have your Skiwi-Skawa supporters. Back of them, they are ANC supporters. Back of them, besides Kev Hassan and the CEO. Because the CEO, he is a seditious. That one, but I know it from the day that Spoon Talk Show was established. I know it. I know it. Kev Hassan is a seditious, and the CEO, and Aze, right? Aze. Those are the three seditious. The rest, the Ghana, they are ANC supporters. The rest on that platform. And then somebody coming here to come tell me, oh, no, you lie. Yeah. I'm not calling you for you to come to listen to me. But I'm saying the truth about this Ghana clandestine act. They are showing themselves the new ATM machine. The new ATM machine in our country. The new ATM machine into our country. Those guys, they are not to be trusted. What does Spoon want to try the presidency? Waterspoon want to try the presidency in 2029. We'll make sure that his dream would never come to pass. We'll make sure that his dream would never come to pass. After Josh Manawia, we'll make sure that no Southeasterner would never test that presidency. We'll make sure that no Southeasterner ever and ever, amen. Never and ever, amen. Never and ever, amen. The point that they are president, their own road to their hometown, they cannot construct a decent road from Morovia to their hometown. Jesus Christ must come first. It is Jesus, the Messiah, must come first. The Messiah. This guy, the government was able to provide a taxpayer money to provide a security for this skiwi scouts. Those Janjaweed guys. For them to be able to security protections for this Ghana that can get high in a corner. For the CEO and the entire crew. But when Herren Pentecostal and other talk show hosts go to that country, they cannot be provided security. This thing here, it must be put stop to. This thing, it must be put stop to. I have shown you pictorial evidence. I have shown you the clip wherein the security officer is guiding the CEO and others. I have shown you the meetings. What the hell with the president? What the CEO allows was saying to the president. I have shown you all of that. I have shown you the picture that the person that was instructed to meet with Serena Seaforth. I have shown you that pictures as well. After the president, I have shown you that pictures. The next code of action was this. After this guy met with the president, the next thing, the same place, the same hotel that they met the president with, that they met the president at, the same hotel that the president met them at. It was that same hotel that they were able to call Serena Seaforth. Yeah. You want to call me troublers? That's fine. But I'm speaking about no Southeasterner would never become president after Josh Manawia. That one Babu Divakola. Yes. The next thing in that way, after the man met with the president, and they so far told Dr. Francois that your husband needs to excuse us. That your husband needs to excuse us because the thing that we are about to discuss here with the president, it is very much important that we don't want to hear outside. It is surprising to you guys that Dr. Francois' husband have to excuse the meeting for 4 hours, 30 minutes. For 4 hours, 30 minutes. For 4 hours, 30 minutes. The man and his wife went to Liberia. You think that the Francois never knew what they were going to Liberia for? Because the political was not bored by them. No. The political was not bored by them. It was bored by the CEO. All of them, the hotel bill is not being paid by them. It has been paid by the CEO. That is the reason when you are CEO, the CEO has become the new ATM machine in town. The CEO has become the new ATM machine in town. It is surprising to you that our country, Liberia, that says the people from the Southeast, they have become presidents. But there is not a fitting road from Monrovia to go to the southeast until you have to spend 1 week. But yet they are president. Yeah, they are presidents. Yeah, they are presidents. But they are not able to face that road from Monrovia to go to the southeast. People want to come and say, yeah, every line. But I'm showing you petrol evidence. Huh? That's what you want from you to see more pictures. Yes, I have them here. I have them here. I have them here. This was Ben Servi and the president. This was Ben Servi and the president. The man who crafted the idea that it would be necessary for Dr. Francis to meet Lofa.
AB.
Yes.
How you call those guys again? Can you say that again? how you call them? Squawas?
The skiwi squawas?
Oh, AB, you. Boy, you funny. You got me quacking over here tonight. I swear to God, I can't stop laughing. Anyway, thanks for the show, but it's very
No, these guys, they are skiwi squawas.
They are skiwi squawas. Okay. Thanks for the new name. Now we know they are skiwi squawas. Anyway, Evie, I just wanted to make my little contribution.
Yeah.
You made mention of the fact that the Southeasterners are not building roads, and people taking about a week or so to leave Monrovia to go to the southeast. What about our uncle who served for 12 years in government, and we still can't get from Monrovia to Lofa County on time? Our uncle Boycott.
You talking about that?
Yeah.
You are not looking at a man who served William V. Stockman for 20 some years as vice president. You're not talking about that.
I'm talking about that too. Then I'm also asking. Then I'm also asking about Harris Moba, who also served as a vice president, and Lofa County still looks the way it does today. So I mean, what is the point? Is this the concern of the tribal line? Is this a tribal line?
The vice president, right? The vice president is not there to face road. That what they told you about vice president. That what they tell
exactly
you
the vice president.
I'm talking about
exactly,
president. I am talking about president. I'm not talking about vice president. Okay. I am talking about president. I'm not talking about vice president here.
Okay, but AB though, our uncle also told us that everything that Ellen did, he was in close connection with all of Ellen's decision.
Yeah, tonight I'm talking about those so-called
skiwi squads. The skiwi squads.
Thank you.
All right.
You know, look, we will make sure that those guys, they will not see the face of our presidency no more. We'll make sure that this guy will never see the face of our presidency no more. But this guy, they went on our missions. And I want for you guys to sit down to watch, to see how that case will play out. I want for you guys to see and watch how that case will play out. And some of you guys will call back on the show here and be able to tell me, Abraham, you was right. To tell me, Abraham, you was right. To tell me, Abraham, you was right on what you said. We will make sure that these guys, that they will not see our face of the presidency no more. So that is what I have to say here tonight. That is what I have to say here tonight. If you want to call, this is the time now to do. To call on 215-266-6509 or to call, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, my name is Jonathan Smith, and I'm listening to you from Fargo, North Dakota. You see, this is the problem that we have in Liberia, and I usually don't call on talk shows. But when you get on public medium and start to denigrate one group of people, then you sit there and say you're speaking for Liberia. I find it hard to understand how you are.
Kora, I coming to you. Just hold on.
Or Southeasterner will never take power. What is that nonsense that you're talking about?
You
Are you
cussing me
that's
now?
complete nonsense.
But that nonsense to you, that nonsense to you. But that is not nonsense to me.
You can't even speak good. You just get on social media and talk stupidness.
Yes. I'm talking
Oh, you say
stupidness. I'm talking stupidness. Then why you will come to listen to the stupidness I'm talking? If I'm talking stupidness, why will you come and listen to the stupidness? Then you are more stupid than me. If you are saying that I'm talking stupidness, then go on another platform, go and listen to the sensible thing that the other people will say. But for me, I will make sure that symptoms. Cora, what is the name and where are you calling from?
Hey, AB, how are you? This is Evangeline.
Sis Evangeline, go ahead.
Yeah, don't listen to the person that cursing. You know, some people their English language is difficult for them, so they resort to cursing only. So I think that's what that person is going through. You can express yourself without cursing. You and people don't have to always disagree. What I want to say, AB, you know, when when you're campaigning, we left with 1 year, the year almost finished. But when you're going with this southeastern, southwestern, south-southern divisive comment, it will make other voters to pull away, especially those of other in the middle that don't even know where to go. And with this southeastern, southwestern, because one person doing from 1847, if we're talking, we'll go all the way back.
If we cannot devote, we cannot deal with our politics without mentioning tribal land, because not one of the southeastern countries ever voted for JMB. All of them voted for Josh Manawia because they believe that there's some are coming.
No, JP, AB, let me explain to you because I'm from Grange there. So,
Quarter are coming. Hold on.
What happened? The vice president for Dole, Harold Monumba, I know him personally. When they had a car accident, all of that. Omen Boakai, it was not Omen Boakai the people from Southeast were voting against. It was Ellen that we voted against, because Ellen, we thought Ellen is like Ellen.
Ellen went out on the ballot.
Yeah, when Ellen overshadowed him. That at first, there were some people they voted against it because of him working with Ellen. Some people were angry without thinking. With a woman that say wipe everybody out. It's the same way if it were the shoe were on the other side. Ellen people would not vote for the people either.
Okay.
Or those people that the PRC people do then kill, they were not going to vote for Dole. You gotta be honest here. I will not vote for somebody, you kill him and people, then you expect me to be behind your person who is your vice president. Your vice president is almost your body.
The Southeastern people, they are producing more president than any other country.
No. Okay. It's not true.
Okay.
It's not AB.
Okay.
AB, I'm not fighting with you.
No. I'm not you're not fighting with me.
It's not. We'll not say that when we count. It's 1847 to 1980, 100 and some more years. That would be unfair. For us to say people, only people of Southeast. I'm not a supporter of George Weah.
Okay.
I didn't vote for George Weah. When Oben Boakai went to Grand Jide, he went all the way to my village.
Okay, thank you.
We got people who supported Oben Boakai. Unfortunately, he didn't. It's not Grand Jide said that made Oben Boakai not to win.
Okay,
it's
thank
from
you.
Morovia.
Thank you.
from the other counties.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okoro, what is your name and where are you calling from? Vasco.
Hey, Comrade Abraham Kamara, this is me, Vasco A. Kone. I'm calling you from San Francisco, California. How are you today?
Go ahead, my friend and brother.
I just want to make few interjections. One of it is talk about politics. You know, in Liberia, it sounds funny when people say you should take child politics out of Liberian politics.
There's no
in
way.
Africa, there has always been tribal politics, and there will always be tribal politics in Africa. It's not like America. If you go back to Libya, the tribe from which Colonel Muammar Gaddafi came from, they still supported him until his death.
Oh, okay.
If you go to look back to Nigeria, where you have Buhari, you have the late Sani Abacha, you have the late Murtala Mohammed, all those guys. Go back to Ghana, it's tribal politics everywhere in Africa. In Liberia, look at the political parties. And there's a reason why Cummings is suffering, because he does not have that base.
Okay.
Go to Nima County. Nima, no matter what happened, Nima will still vote for Prince Johnson.
Oh, okay, okay.
Go to Grand Julia County, they will vote for George Bolle. The Mandingos were always voting for Alhaji G.V. Kroma.
Oh, okay.
The crew, the Southeasterners, they will vote for George Weah. So when we discuss tribal politics, we discuss about the only thing is we just have to leave something in the middle, at least just for, just in case something happens. But we cannot divorce tribal politics from our politics.
Thank you.
That's what I want to say.
Thank
you. And again, just before I leave, actually, I have been seeing the CEO of the Spoon TV talk show in Liberia. It baffles me when I see him dishing out money and other things to other people in that amount. He's a very young guy. I know him personally, and I rather know the source of everything that he's doing. I hope it is not for any dubious or any kind of like a governmental attached money.
You have not. You have not heard. You are not heard. Spoon, Mr. Waterspoon is the next CDC is the candidate for the CDC party in 2029. That is something that I am telling you. It has been confirmed by Sir Joseph to me. I'm not saying to any other person. To Sir Joseph, it has been confirmed to me. So that's the reason why Spoon Talk Show, the Spoon Bowl, Sir Joseph is the chairman of that bowl. Do you know that?
I didn't know that. It is my first time hearing it.
Okay.
I know Stanton Waterspoon is a businessman of recent, but the way in which things are going, we might want to put in more investigation to know exactly what is happening. There is no fire without smoke. When there's a smoke coming from somewhere, there's a fire in there. So it is good that you have enlightened us. We will go ahead and do our own investigation and see what is the link, what is happening. Then we can substantiate the claim.
Let me say something to you. Have you seen any other talk show host that will go to Liberia, that instead of then visiting the president will go and go to visit them?
I know. That might be somehow a little bit featured. But again, the president could have personal friends. But anyway, we'll wait and see what really is in it, and let's see it before we come out and make our own conclusion. Thank you very much for having me on your show. God bless Liberia.
Thank you. Let me take this other caller here. Let me take the other caller here. Caller, what is your name? Caller calling me from 3599. What is your name?
AB, I was going to the other topic, but then you cut me off.
Calling from 5449. You hold on. Let me be able to take. My sister here on the line from 3599. Go ahead.
All right. Okay. Yeah, you said sister. This is a brother.
Oh, this is a brother. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My name is Dimoy Domiro. Yeah, I'm calling from Seattle, Washington. You know, most often when I do my posts on Facebook, I am a strong supporter of Edizana. Let me say Edizana of Councilor Tewon Goglo and seriously against Alexander Cummings. All right, and I usually tell people that our concentration should be on how we from the northeast side, the popular counties, can make sure that we take power. You know, I started a conversation a long time ago on Facebook. A lot of people were against it, but thank God I see that a lot of people from the popular county now getting to support the ideas that we from the popular county.
But we from the popular counties, we can. What is it that people from Nima are not? And are you telling me that there is no one? Let one Congo. There is no one from Nima that can be able to be a better president. You want to tell me that there is no one from Bon County that can be a better president, or someone from Lofa, or someone from Babalu, or someone from Cape Mount?
You see, the only problem I see the people we from the popular county that they have with Honorable Boaka was because of the age. And when I really sit down sometimes I think about it, I think Councilor VP Boaka was only trying to fight for the popular county because all of our young guys that are supposed to be involved into politics, they were already waiting to be appointed as ministers and other things. They were not too much involved to say that they were thinking about the president, the vice president position. But now that you see the way the politics is going, you look at all of the people from the southeast and the Congo,
and they are not blended. They are not blended. The people are not blended at all.
Yeah, but you see, as young as they are actively involved into politics, making sure that they can get at the highest position. But our young people, let's look at Monuba K. Yobone, as young as they are. But what are they doing? They decide to go on there to be serving in somebody's office. But then if you look at those guys from the southeast, they prefer to use their money and hire the guys that they can use them tomorrow to be able to win election where they will serve with them in an office board and other stuff. But what I just wrote on your page, let's forget about Witherspoon or whatsoever they call him. Just start promoting him to be saying that he want to be president. Yeah, establishing him right now. Let him do what he want to do, wherever he want to do.
But the man is the new ATM machine in town. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Kora, what is her name and where are you calling from? Sister,
are you talking about?
Yeah, sister, go ahead. Yeah.
Like with Spoon TV or Spoon Talk Show, those boys are whining and dining with George. We are all those people that went, including my own sister, Dr. I forgot her
Dr.
last name. Frances. I'm surprised. I know some of our supporters will be like, why are you surprised? I'm not going to go to Liberia and go to wine and dine with George Weah with 4 deaf people auditors, all those deaf, all the stealing, and go and wine and dine with them. I will not case up to anybody. If you stand like that and we look here, you ACN supporter, and you joining the CDC and Talk TV and all into it, I kind of look at you differently. And I really have respect for her, which haven't changed. But I think she need to kind of pull away a little bit from these guys because people like Witherspoon and they kissing up to we are for job. So it's nothing surprising. Somebody like Iki Asan, we already knew that Spoon TV is a show for CDC. So we shouldn't be surprised if Witherspoon or whatever his name is whining and dining with we are. It shouldn't be anything surprising. I'm not the only person I see a little bit that I will be that is my sister. I'll be like, okay, how do you get over there? So not because I want to be on a show or TV show or talk that I will go and whining and dining with somebody that have their device in there, divide the country into pieces, that we stay fighting, and you here supposed to pull voter, you are part of ANC, and we seeing you whining and dining, and nobody should kind of be like, oh, it's politics. People have to, not because you are somebody, you have to be enemy. If you killing people and stealing, you are my enemy. Period.
Thank you. Okoro, what is her name and where are you calling her from?
This is Pro, man. Rural says, how you doing, brother?
Pro Rosas, go ahead.
Yeah, AB, I want to ask you a question, two questions. Do you know the ratio of Southeastern president to that of the president from the forest region and other area? Do you know how many how many Southeastern presidents have served the country as compared to people from the other forest region and other sector? And number two, what specific problem, I want to know what specific problem do you have? What is your qualms against Southeasterner that you don't want them to serve as president anymore?
No, you finished?
Yeah, I'm finished. Yeah,
Okay.
that's my two questions.
Okay, thank you.
Mm.
You see, people from Southeast, when Dole came to power, Dole is not the only Southeasterner. But I'm starting my analysis on Dole. Let me take a next caller. Caller, what is the name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Abraham. My name is Harris, and I'm calling from Sioux South Dakota.
Go ahead, Harris.
How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing quite okay.
Abraham, before I elaborate on your topics, I really appreciate some of the action that you are taking on the platform over your own microphone. Abraham, you taking your own time and you sitting behind your microphone hosting your talk show. Whatever you decide to say, that's what you say. So do not allow anyone to come and propose to you or say things that they want you to say in the favor of them. No. And I applaud you for that.
Thank you.
Okay. Abraham, you see the truth hurt.
The
and
truth
when you say the truth, it hurt.
Yeah.
And the truth is nothing but the truth.
I said we'll resist them to intellectual death. We'll resist any Southeasterner will resist them to intellectual death. For the fact of the matter is that the people are not plenty already. Because when you win a whole Southeastern side, you cannot become president until you win Nima or Mbon. So that one will know it for sure. But go ahead.
You are saying something about the role. If you calculate from the day Liberia started producing president, and you calculate the amount of president or the qualified president that have come from the Southeastern or the long-term president that have come up in Liberia, they come from the Southeastern.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying the long-term presidency in Liberia, they come from the Southeastern.
Oh, okay.
How or what they had done when it comes to building infrastructure or even road to go to the Southeastern?
Nothing, absolutely nothing.
And I do believe that the Southeastern, there are people who almost look, I'm not tribalism, the people look like a Mandingo people, they always want to be on the top. They don't want to be down. So Abraham, we have to stand our ground. The whole damn excuse for especially for me using a profound language on your platform, the whole damn spoon talk, they are all damn sedition. Even the one who you're talking about, they turn the rock and hide their hand because they don't want to be exposed. But let us, or we are ready for them coming 2023. We're going to whip them and we will tell them that spoon talk is a sedition or institution, and after the election we will dismiss their platform by political largest. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You know, somebody saying Abraham answer my question. I'm not here to respond to your answer, but what I'm saying, why the people at the time dead to do when he took over before he massacred them, put them on firing squad. The longest serving president in our history was from where? Was from where? The longest serving president was from where? The man who was from Maryland, what is it? William V. Stockman. He was from where? He was not from the Southeast. His vice president was from where? It was not from the Southeast. So you want Kanye to Kanye to. I am saying this and I mean it. If you don't want to listen to me, don't listen to me. But I mean it. I mean it. Any attempts. After judgment, we are just Leah God. After judgment, we are just Leah God. Because we will make sure that you guys not to test the presidency, nothing, not even say closer to this time. We'll make sure that none of you guys test the presidency. Enough is enough, and we mean it. We mean it. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Can't go in Moravia sharing money. Yes, he has a new ATM machine. Mr. Waterspoon has a new ATM machine. The man want to buy sentiments. The man want to buy sentiment to the extent the man is visiting Zogis. Have you asked yourself questions? Have you asked yourself questions? Have you asked yourself a question? Why Mr. Waterspoon just have turned to a new ATM machine right now? Have you asked yourself? But some of us, we have the third eye. The third eye is the eye that can see things that God cannot see. That is the third eye. Kora, what is her name and where are you calling from? Kora, what is her name and where are you calling from? Kora, what is her name and where are you calling from? Kora, hello? Hello, Kora? Kora, what is her name and where are you calling her from?
My name is Solution. I'm calling from New Jersey.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to ask questions. You guys talking about the people who have been ruling the country are from the southeastern side, and now that you guys are not going to give the people from the southeastern side to rule Liberia again. What are the strategies you guys putting in place to wake up the minds of the young people of Liberia? Because we are tired of their tribalistic attitude of running the country. We are not talking about Liberia.
But you cannot devote tribal politics all of Liberia, because the things are east, the time Doe was president, you guys voted for Doe. The time Weah is president, all of the county in the southeast voted for Weah. The time Madame Salif was president, all the people from Bami voted for Madame Salif, and all the people from Lofa, because of their son JMB was vice president to Madame Salif, all of them voted for Madame Salif. So you cannot do away with tribal politics when it comes to our country. All of the people in Nima, they voted for Prince Ward Johnson. Is that something that you are not seeing?
Yeah, so my question now, it comes to the young generation, because all of you guys on the live right now are talking. You guys are not old men. You guys are very young guys and with fresh mind and know exactly what you're talking. My question is, what are the ideas? Because Spoon is finding his way through. Spoon is now relating to the situation there. Spoon is going down the ground and relating to youth and people who needs the help of them. Are you guys going to win the election, or going to take the cool people or the southeastern people from there by sitting on the Facebook and then telling them say enough is enough?
My sister, look, it's like you don't know Liberian politics. Spoon going on ground. Spoon going on ground to go to share money. It's Spoon, like I said, they can put everybody in line and get 1 million wachuku. It's Spoon like it. They can get everybody $1 more million, everybody. It's Spoon like it. that will not make us to vote for Spoon 2029. Because for the fact is that the man will be going on a party ticket, that party will be looking at the dent in it. That party CDC will be a dent in the people's eye. That's number one. Number two is that money cannot make you to win elections in our country. If money could make you to win, then go ask Kennedy Sonny. Have you Googled Kennedy Sonny to know what Kennedy Sonny did in our country? If money could win elections, then Vani Shama could have been president by now. Have you sat down and think about those instances?
I have started to think about it. That's what I'm asking the question.
But money cannot win elections.
Money can win elections in Liberia. Okay. You just need to relate to the people. I believe.
But what if Vani Shama nowadays? Vani Shama related to the people down to back of rights.
Vani Shama did not he did not start his work early, but Spoon have used it. Spoon have used it. No, but let me learn now. Don't cut me off because.
Okay. Son, you say Spoon is relating to the people. Let's wait for 2029. But for now,
no, it's not about the 2029. It's not about it. The thing about it, it's not about going after people. It's about how can you to come up with strategy to see how best. I heard someone talking about Tewon Gonglo. Tewon Gonglo have served in that country in politics for a very long time. In the government
what you call very long time? You see how you misleading our audience. Bye. I don't like people to come here to come mislead our audience. Bye. I don't like that. Can't talk about Tewon Gonglo ban in a party for a very long time. When you know about Tewon Gonglo, when did you get to know about Tewon? When you get to know about the master's son, when you get to know about Tewon, you come in here with your fidget mouth, can't talk about nonsense. What is the name and where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Kenneth Harris. I just listened to the lady that was on your phone and tried to question Tewon Gonglo running for president, and she was saying he been working in government for long or in politics.
What are coming to you? Just to know, I'm coming to you.
Politics for a very long time. Let her try to go back and track all of his political records. Everything he did was to fight for Liberia. From the time he started to get involved into politics, he fought for Liberia. This
is the man that offers his legal services as pro bono to many of our advocates today. Vandana Patrick.
Right.
Vandana Patrick,
right.
Before Vandana Patrick could be free and for him to be able to get his way up here, it was Tewon Gonglo. So don't come here to talk about you become your mouth too sharp.
But you see, the question I really wanted to put to her is that when she tried to support Spoon or whatsoever they call him, how long has he been involved into Liberia politics? When he started to help Liberia, when he decided to do what he's doing now, that of way Arizona Comics. They all decided that to take money from America and run to Liberia to spend money on people that tomorrow when they become president will go right back into the central bank of Liberia to get every cent that is spent. So let us just stay away. Her voice is sounded like that lady that can be on or the Spoon Talk show. Thank you.
Yeah. Cora, what is her name and where are you calling from? Cora calling from 3291. Cora, go ahead.
Yeah, Brother Abraham, I just want to respond to the lady who just asked a question because her question is, what are we doing? Sister, if you are still on the show, one of the procedures that we are doing right now is what Abraham is doing.
Okay.
Abraham is now on the social media, educating the young people of Liberia and exposing those evil people who call themselves Spoon TV or Spoon Talk. Now, AB is now on the platform, educating the young people of Liberia how to vote and who to vote for, beginning from the past election and up to the future election. Abraham is now on the field, educating them, limiting the Southeastern for becoming president.
Yeah,
and we do believe that our people will understand us. Now, Spoon TV go to Liberia It doesn't mean that Abraham or AB will go to Liberia right now. No. Abraham will go to Liberia and go on the ground and give his own opinion and express himself. So Abraham is playing his part, and we all will listen to Abraham, and we all may go back one day before election or after election, and we will keep educating our people how to vote and who to vote for.
Thank
So
you.
Abraham is already doing his part. So those are the things that Abraham is doing, that the Southeastern will be limited to election when it comes to the presidency. Thank you.
Thank you. Cora, what is her name?
I'm Jacob calling from Minnesota. How are you?
Jacob, go ahead.
Yeah, Abby, I'm a little concerned about the topic, and this is my concern. We all know that everything in Liberia cannot be perfect. However, that being said, I'm more concerned about people in the southeast. But when we look at the armed forces of Liberia, you will find out that most of the people in the armed forces of Liberia, majority of the people in the armed forces of Liberia at that during those days were people from Nimba and other upper
And Lofa.
uh and Nimba Lofa. So are you saying that the other counties should go and strike and say, oh, you know what? Why is it only Nibarians and Lofians are majority in the army? I think the answer to that should be no. Now let's fast forward to what I'm more concerned about. I want to believe you are from the Mandingo tribe in Liberia. Mandingos have been one of the most marginalized group in our country. And if you are from that tribe and you are pushing such a divisive, sentiment, how do you feel when people are doing these things to Mandingo? What would be your stand?
The first
So
thing
I
first,
think,
the first thing
yeah,
first is that
no,
the first
wait,
thing first.
I am coming on
Okay,
now.
okay.
Because you are from such a minority group in the country that have always been marginalized, but only because of people wrong behavior. I don't think you should be the one pushing such a bad practice. If you have regularly said that the Southeasterners are very small, so if as small as they are, so how come the entire country can elect them? It means that they are doing something that is appeasing to the rest of the country. It is not that they are in majority and their people are voting for them in majority. If any Southeasterner become a president, all Southeasterner cannot make that person president of Liberia. They become president of Liberia with the collaboration of other people in other counties. So let us look at this from a bigger point and let us stop this tribal issue. It's not going to help us anyway.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Before you go, you said something that very, very, motivating to me. I don't look at myself to be marginalized tribe. Because anything I want in my country, Liberia, I can get it. Anything I want in Liberia, I can get it. I want land, I can get land to build my house. And for the fact that I just bought land to build my house. So anything I want in our country, nobody I dare anyone to tell me, oh, you are not from here. I dare
Okay, then
anyone.
good. Perfect.
Okay,
Now,
no. I come in. You were talking,
right.
I gave you a chance.
Okay, so you're right.
So I dare anyone to either tell me that I'm not from Liberia. That is not even said. I don't think somebody is even concentrating on that. Now, I am saying, and I mean it, Liberia, you cannot do away with tribal politics. Liberia cannot do away with tribal politics. At the time Samido was president for our country, the entire Southeast, they voted for them because they believe that they're son.
All right, so
they voted.
so AD,
I come in now.
Okay.
I come in.
All right.
I come in.
Okay.
Don't be emotional. I come in.
Okay.
The entire Southeast voted for him because of the VP, what from Lofa Canada, the entire Lofa gave him their support. It came back to Madam Salif. Or let's say it went back to Charles Taylor. Because Charles Taylor VP was from where? Nimba County. So the entire Nimba voted for Charles Taylor. The people of Bon County, they believe that they're their own. So there is no way that you can be able to divorce tribal politics from our country. Josh Weah was running. He only went one time in the Southeast, one time in the Southeast, and went and behaved like the people, and the people said, this is our own. The reason why the people of Bond County voted for him was because of their daughter. They say our daughter is our vice president, so this time our time.
All right, so Eddie, I have one question for you. So if all you said, if all that you just said, if it is true,
it is true.
So
because
then here is my question. My question becomes: so do you believe the Liberians who say that Mandingos are not from Liberia? Do you believe that? Do you want to believe them?
Because the people that the people not know their history.
When it comes to people being biased, they don't care whether they know the history or not.
Yeah, but when I know that you're just talking fully stuff, I don't need to answer you. Do I need to answer everyone that would just speak out? No.
Oh, so what you're saying that the Southeasterners should not listen to you?
I mean, if they choose to, they think are operating on my platform right here.
Okay, yeah.
The Liberian platform.
You're right.
The Liberian platform.
You're right.
I'm operating the Liberian platform. I did not call you for you to come to listen to me. I did not call the Southeastern people to come to listen to me because I am saying the truth and the truth can hurt. That is the reason why I am saying, and I remain on my word.
But Abby, that is not the truth because
when 2029. Whether Josh Weah managed to go back, but as soon as Josh Weah leaving the presidency, then it's Southeasterner, we will fight Witherspoon to intellectual death. We will fight him to intellectual death. Thank you. Yeah. For me, I am ready to roast my sleeves. I am ready to roast my sleeves for us to get into that boxing rings and box them. Enough is enough. What are you want? What are you want to say something? Say. The people that are saying that Madigo are not citizens for Liberia, I wonder where their thinking cap is. Something may be wrong with your brain. Because the founder of Liberia, King Saboso, which are the tribe he came from? King Saboso, which are the tribe he came from? Some people ready to talk foolish talk. They deserve foolish answer. What is your name and where are you calling from?
This is me, Paul Devil. I call from Rhode Island. How are you?
Go ahead, my brother.
Fine. Thank you so very much. I understand frustration. I understand how it takes when you expect for people to be better, especially when you have state power and you're not doing it. It's frustrating. Now, let me give my input. I am from the Southeast, but to some extent, I tend to understand where you are coming from. I'm not going to disagree with you because that's your opinion and look at true politics of our country is heavily based on tribal sentiment. People in Liberia today vote based on tribal lines. That's a fact. Now, I right to say that has produced a lot of presidents who should have this developed to a greater extent, but they didn't much. I agree with that. That one is a fact. Nobody should put in sentiment into this because we feel for Southeast. Today, Southeast produced President Tatman, who ruled for 27 years. But if you look at the Southeast, are underdeveloped.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Are underdeveloped. If you look at Maryland, it's better off. Okay. If you look at Grand Crew, it's far underdeveloped. If you look at River G, is underdeveloped. If you look at Granger, they will try he did a little bit, you know. But this is the point I'm driving at. Tottenham should have said Tottenham did well a little bit by opening like integrating the um to opening the door economically for foreign and direct investment. I agree. At that point in time, Liberia should have developed because our GDP was equivalent to that of Japan. So we expect Liberia to have developed to a greater extent. That's one. But he did not do much to help develop our nation, especially the Southeast. Two, we came down, I'm giving this an Eastern president. We came down to Samuel. The reason why we fought war, we said there were a whole lot of corruption and people were killed because of that. And what do we kill other people for started to happen in his regime. And the Southeast were not up to the task in terms of development. That's a fact. Now we have another Southeastern president. Look at the placement in government. Look at the position in government. Look at the whole house. Let's start from the executive. The president is there. Let's go to the first branch. The first branch, we have Arthur Chima from Maryland, Southern District. You have the pro tem from Southeast.
Okay.
You have the Ministry of Finance, the Minister of Finance from Southeast.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you have all of these strategic position, LRA, Southeast. So if you have this kind of system where government is not structured geographically, it brings on the satisfaction, and it makes one group to be marginalized over the other. And if you a new group of people do not distribute power evenly to incorporate the other segment of the other group of people, there is a problem. There will be a problem. And that is what is happening. So you how to call him so Jonah who just left now, I understand his sentiment. He tried his sour sentiment from the side is green. I understand that. I too from the side is from county, but I am not going to blind my eyes to the reality of what is happening. And you know what they're doing? They're injuring us who are from the side. Those are all who are aspiring to future leader with good intent, good ambition, put a blockade for us. And that's not fair. That's not fair to Britain like this. That's not fair to Northern like this. That's not fair to Western like this. That's not fair to Central like this. That's not fair at all. Don't do that. Because if you do that now, during the war, the ethnic group crown people were affected greatly because they were vengeance that the Liberian or were coming at these people. Only because of one man who did a lot. And not all the crown people benefited from those regime. I'm a testament, I'm a witness to that. But they were prosecuted because of his activity and behavior. So what we are saying, if George Weah is not doing the right thing, let us tell him, and he can decentralize the government,
But
incorporate
look at
every
Josh
part.
Manawia. But look at Josh Manawia. He is the president. Have you ever talked about constructing the road from Morovia to his hometown?
And now, let me be honest with you. It will take you almost a week from Monrovia to Maryland. It's a road that I used to be on. I understand it. I know all of those things. So people who do not, these people need to travel to the side. I hope the school network team will not just be in Monrovia. Let them go to Grand Crew. Let them go to Open in Grand Crew. Let them go to Tiempo Kwakwi in Wajir County. Let them go to Big Town or Big Cavala in Maryland County. Let them go to this place in the rural area.
And
Do not just sit in the capital.
Then we'll know what they really want to become president for true.
Exactly. Because if you do these things, you will inculcate
Thank
the
you.
problem those people are facing in the rural area. Look, I lived in Maryland for for many years where I completed my high school. I know how it is. I know how the people are suffering here.
Thank you.
In fact, all of the economic supply comes from the Ivory Coast.
Oh,
So
okay.
you cannot rule that out. So that people start giving giving fake story because we from the Southeast. They are making us the Southeast, to be bad just because of one man bad attitude. No, maybe I understand that. Not every Southeast, are bad. It's bad. We are not bad people. We are good people. But it's just that one rotten apple spoils all the other apples. And so we must be able to point this out and speak against those things. Because if you don't do it, tomorrow, if another group or ethnic group takes power, they will marginalize us. And to be honest, geographically, let me be honest with you, geographically, politically, the Southeast cannot make a president. It cannot make a president in terms of numbers.
That was by clear. All that country combined, it cannot use a.
It cannot make anybody a president through the ballot box. It's a fact. It's a clear fact. It depends on the greater like Nima,
Bong, and Lofa.
It's nothing like it depends on Lofa and all of these people to make a president. So if we have to be selfish and just give power to only the Southeast, if these people on the other group mobilize themselves against us, we will be marginalized for life because we cannot produce, we don't have the numerical strength. That's a fact. So let us not be biased. Let us make Liberia a place for everybody. Let us stop this kind of ethnicity. For me, I'm from the Southeast, but I don't support and subscribe to that crap. Let me be honest. I hate that. I hate nationalization. I hate cheating. And that is the reason why I'm pissed with the regime.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you. You see, someone I just buttress what I've been saying. But for me, what Madunga may not be president. What Madunga may be president. For me, I don't want to be president. So that one, go tell them and go put that want to be president. Go tell them. But Madunga man will hold a key position in the government. That is a fact. That is a fact. Samuel.
Yeah, AB.
Go ahead.
You know the caller that just spoke. If I were around that caller, I would have put them on my back. When you say this truth, they say you are preaching tribalism, you are preaching sectionalism. My brother, the Southeasterners, their leaderships, all the leadership that have been provided from the Southeasterners, they have not done well. And like the lady said, if only the rest of the country can rally themselves, Southeast will not see power anytime soon. But sometimes when you're saying these things, they think you're saying it because you hate certain group of Liberians. It's just to tell them what they are doing is not right. What this sister saying, or this person, I don't know if the voice is a male or female, but what the person is saying, if every Southeasterners were thinking in the direction and tell President we disagree with the idea of you electing everyone from the Southeast. It is not right. The country not belong to the Southeast. Trust me.
Some not to cut you off. The Senate Protectorate from the Southeast, the Speaker from the Southeast.
My brother, all the lucrative area, all the area that control the government from the Southeast.
The LA boss from the Southeast. So you want to tell me that it's nothing can be able to go to Nima, not to Bon, not to
no, AB, guess why? It's even affecting them. Do you know why? Do you know why one of the reasons America is one of the greatest countries in the world today? Because America gets every nationality and almost every tribe in the world.
Yeah.
America. Look at the U.S. Army. You think if America won for Russia now, with what happening, you think America was send Chinese directly in the front? They will send someone that has a Russian background because for linguistic reason. When the poor got ready to fight with Iraq, and you see the Afghans and you saw different nationality in there.
No.
That's also why people you see that's also American. That what made Americans strong. Even when you're doing courses like management and stuff, they always tell you They always tell you about the power of diversity. The power of diversity brings different ideas. Diversity is like a magnet. It attracts different things, different ideas. That's the reason why every Southeastern government, when they were in power from the beginning, he had, when the minister arrived, the deputy will be palace. Though government was functioning fine, as soon the Southeastern put Doe in a corner where they got him listening to under them, Doe started having trouble. And what happened to Doe today? Doe ended up falling.
Oh.
The Southeasterners need to be bold. They need to stand up and look in the faces of their leadership. How many leaders have we had from Southeast? Totman, Southeast. Julie Bryan, Southeast. Doe, Southeast. Amos Sawyer, Southeast. Amos Sawyer from Southeast or from Nima?
Amos Sawyer.
Anyway, I'm not.
Amos Sawyer, I think he's from Nima.
He's from Southeast.
No,
I think he's from Southeast, though.
No, Amos Sawyer from the Southeast. Yeah.
Yeah, he's from the Southeast.
Yes.
And then now we get George Weah from the Southeast. Okay? And then look at the two vice presidents that served from NOPA. Look how well, how delicately they serve. The late, what he need from Lufa that served on the do. And then with JMB, look how he served. Now, look how, what's the guy named, the former Nibadan that served on Taylor as a VP. Look how well these people serve. So the Southeasterners need to look at themselves in the mirror and tell their leaders, and yeah, he's from the Southeast, he's from Sano. Yeah. So we have had about 4 to 5 leaders from the Southeast. Now let's ask ourselves a question. What have these leaders done for Liberia? What have they done? Even if you send your child to one school that your child can perform, and you know your child trying their best, and you know there's a possibility of that child doing well, if that school was providing the necessary lesson, will you not change that school for that child?
You will change the school.
Will you not change that school? The Southeasterners themselves, they need to sit down and ask themselves a question. We have produced 4 to 5 leaderships. Look at our role. Look at the road to other places. Look at how the country has been run under our people. Let us try other people here and see. Maybe sometimes the child you raise can do better for you than your own child that comes out of your womb. Observe this thing, Eddie. They get some people today that will tell you, I read the child up. And when they show you the things that child not do for them, their own children are the same as people you can that get child or that bought child have not done it yet, or hasn't done it, or is not able to do it. The people from the Southeast need to understand it is time we try different breed. It is time we try different sector in the country. We can't just keep using Southeast leadership that is not living up to the task. It is not tribalism. We need to try other sectors. Let's try Geo Man. Let's try Teleman. Let's try Mano Man. If Mano Man are where we take him from there, if we were using that pattern in Liberia, but now, trust me, AB, we have found the trap. Let me tell you, every individual or every human being are different. Let me tell you this. We are all made uniquely, and we all have our strengths, our weaknesses. When you come to business in Liberia, no tribe will stay in from Maningo when you come to business. You like it or not. When you come to farming work, no, or how you call it, region will come to Lofa. Everybody get their strengths and get their weaknesses. Let us identify our strengths and our weaknesses and select leader for such a time. That's why I ask someone, at the moment now in Liberia, what type of leadership do we need? This is the question sometimes I ask people. Where Liberia is now, what type of leadership do we need? That the mistake we made when we're electing we are. Liberia came from war. Helen laid a foundation, right? What type of leadership we needed after Helen? We still needed someone that could have brought that country together. We needed someone mature to have held that country together, to continue where Helen stopped. But our young people were carried away. We ourselves were carried away. Everybody was development. We are the first because we are living in Europe. So we are know how to how you call it, to develop anything. My brother, not every fish that lives in the sea can go in the ocean.
Yeah.
All come from the ocean, my brother. Not every fish. Some of them just live to the shadow that they can't go deep. So not because we are coming from there, then that means we are a good swimmer. No. All we needed to do was to look. And 2023 is coming again. We are not being smart to select leadership that will bring that country together with the manner in which it is divided. The bad blood at the moment is too much in our country.
But what,
it is too much.
What I can get over is that Santa Waterspoon who have turned to the new ATM machine. He is the guy now that is, yeah.
The people say, yeah, I will tell you this, baby. You see, goat.
What are coming to you? Yeah, what?
Which are the animal greasy?
You say what?
Pig and goat. Which one greasy?
I think pig.
Yeah. When you're roasting pig, do you need too much fire?
No.
That's it. Because why? Pig will produce their own grease. The people say when you sting you grease the animal, when they roasting you, they must put top on you to get oil. At the moment, Senator Waterspoon is being roasted. Then he produced the oil he got. And he said he got money. The people there to eat the money. You are this Senator Waterspoon. Then he passed around and produced a juice. The time will come, he will know that he put himself in the tough spot. But the only thing we're telling people that Senator Waterspoon comes 2023, that senatorial position he eyeing, he should take half from there. It will not work. That's the reason why he got radio station. And you see, what the person was saying. Senator Waterspoon got 3 stations. They shut down Costa Station. And this is the question sometimes I ask.
Up now, Patron Honda wanted to open some stations. Up to now, the government refused to give Patron Honda a lesson.
So, maybe my question now I can ask people, when sedition are out of office tomorrow, how do they expect to be treated by the others? What set of respect, what set of working condition they expect to get from the rest of the country? Imagine now you make a Costa president come 2029 with a part of buildings that seditions got in that place, the way they treat Costa and other people, and they start treating them that way. Liberian will come to our end with the malice that going on. We need to call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Enough of Southeastern leadership now. Senator Waterspoon should stop wasting his time. If the Liberian people smart now, let them try other people. There are 16 tribes in Liberia. Let them try other leaderships. Let them try other leaderships. The Southeasterners, they need to stand up and tell their people to stop the marginalization. Because like the sister said, those alone were enjoying. Those are not sharing money with anyone. But when they walk in,
the problem about it is that the poor does not even have a fitting road to go to that country. The poor don't have no good road to go to that country. You going to the poor country, you got to spend like weeks on a road.
Ebi, that tells you the type of leadership that they are providing. And for me personally, I don't think they should fix their place and leave the other places, but we are just did it anyway. The full program, we are carried to the Southeast. The housing unit, we are carried to the Southeast. So my question now can ask the people from the Southeast. If tomorrow Teron Gongo win, he carry everything to Nima, and you're not getting anything transferred over to Grand Gila and South, or let's just say to the Southeastern region, how you will feel? How you people will feel? Will you people now say that Nima can for revenge again? Or let's say Joseph Boga will win. The speaker Loma man, the how you call it a GC, and they share all the position and all the development going to Lufa. How will you people feel? Or let's say someone from Bonkante wins and everything stays in Bonkante. How will they feel? So the people from the Southeast, they need to stand up and speak to their leader. Monogon I then talk to you and Costa not on the same level. Some of you people, you can envy people for no good reason. You're not even on 0.01 level with Costa. You want to talk to someone that have the ability, only because you hate him, because he condemns the bad leadership of we are. So we hope our people from the Southeast can be bold like the person that just left the land and tell their leaders the bold-faced truth and look at other leaders as well. Maybe sometimes the child you don't raise, let me say you don't born but raise, can do better for you than your own child. Let us try another leadership come 2023. Enough of Southeastern leadership. It's not working. It is not working. It is not working at all. So Senator Waterspoon, like he can para, come 2023, he cannot become senator in Moravia there. It's not possible because that's their plan. It is not going to work. The presidential bid, he's talking about 2029 or even further. He should keep trying. He cheat his family of the benefit of his dad. The family now grumbling. He trying to hide it underwater, and it finally leaked out. And that you look at that kind of person tomorrow, you go and put him in front of your country. And when you people perform poorly and badly, then we start complaining. But brother, let me borrow Ellis Kumi's own word. Past performance will determine future performance. If Kumi can tamper with document today, he will tamper with document tomorrow, and he will keep tampering and keep undermining people in the future. Likewise, the Senator Waterspoon. So thanks to that caller, I wish I was there so I could put you on my back. Thanks for the time, AB.
Thank you. You know, for me, okay, we have another caller. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, AB, I just want for people to know it's not everybody from Southeastern that is supporting we are. Once let me, I think you've been following me. A lot of people not beyond we are. It's the young generation that just came on from the refugee camp team. They don't know about what really going on in Liberia. They're the one that take the weird and sell it on their head. And second, it's not the people from Southeastern that really put we are in the chair. That was Ellen and her gangs. They're the one that will put loot during the election time. Or man served her for 12 years. She went against him and
Hello?
took we are Ellen that left. Ellen that
Correction.
like that preach
Yeah, now
education every
what I
day.
was
Oh, the person have to be educated.
Hello, caller from 5788. You hold on. My sister is on the line. She is talking.
We are Ellen, her education business. You don't joke with it. For Ellen to take we are and put him over Ome Bwakai, you must know it's because she don't want to be prosecuted. So this whole politics weird thing is a deep root that we just on the surface we just grabbing it and see Southeastern because some people still have that grudge from the war. They still have anger that they want to. Some of them want to retaliate when they can pass beyond Omen Bwaka and can't do wrong to people. Other people will be feeling that way. Yeah, on the VP order, she's from Bon County, but she's mute. Oh no, we are because she want to save her job. We have Nathaniel McGill. He's not from Grand Gidel. He's not from Sando County. He's sitting right there. He's close to the president giving him advice. But you're playing, some of you are playing blind eye. So it's not about where the person is coming from. It's who cares because when you're doing it, when you're talking about the tribalism and tribe,
Why you call CDC led government?
CDC is a divisive government. It has nothing to do with Southeastern, Southwestern.
So the speaker from where?
Who the speaker is from his place.
Buffer Chimo, you from where?
Yeah, I know Buffer Chimo. And when you look at it,
I'm asking you where Buffer Chimo is from.
I don't know. I think he's from Sando or Maryland.
He's from Maryland.
Yes, Southeastern.
What is Senate Pro Tempore from?
I won't lie to you. I don't know where he's coming from, but
where the finance minister is from?
AB.
Where the LRA director from?
AB. You're not understanding what I'm saying.
So Josh Mana, we are government is an entire Southeastern government.
And that's what I'm saying. I say he divides it. Josh, that's what a lot of us don't like. Because some people will come in and say, oh, Doe was witchcraft, he was dead, but Doe wasn't divided like this. The way we are just making it broad. He's not bringing other people on board. He people. That's why I'm against him. I'm from Southeastern. I want, even when Oben Bwaka gets there too, it shouldn't be by, the other people from Southeastern, so we're going to neglect them. It should be, if somebody is qualified to do the work. That's how you should choose people. It
Thank
shouldn't
you.
be like, oh, because the person and myself with body, they from Grand Gide and though that my pa, so I will take care children. No, it shouldn't be like that.
Thank you.
And we need to stop about the trap, but southeastern. We are from southwestern, south northern.
Hello?
If somebody can
Yeah,
come
hold
from
on.
that place and you get good
Yeah.
behavior,
Can,
we are
can I
is
come in
wrong.
now?
The past
No,
people
no,
they
hold on.
did wrong.
Thank you.
1847, the people that were there, they were not from southeastern.
Thank
They
you.
are American Liberian. They
Thank you.
misuse our resources, abuse or when you go in Mauritius, also zinc ground.
Thank
But
you.
people still and looking up to them. So it should be when somebody come in, it should be somebody who cares for the country and bringing people together. And
Thank
it's
you.
not dividing and
Thank
not
you.
having grudge to retaliate. And
Thank
when I
you.
see somebody there, Obe that used to be beyond Charles Taylor used to call himself Obe Nation, I'm afraid for him to be
Thank you.
beyond Obe Boakai
Thank you.
because
Thank you.
it's all about retaliation.
Thank you. Thank you. Quora, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah. My name is Paul. AB, I just came online again to correct something. Um, Samuel who left the land before says Evangeline Tar came, or referring, I wanna, anyway, he didn't know who was that, but this is a man. This is a man, Paul Yebu speaking. So I just want to clarify that. But let me just make something clear. Says Evangeline Tar, I wasn't saying that the people from the southeastern region are bad. I was not generalizing. I I was quantifying. I was being specific. I said because of the bad leaders we have produced over the years, it have made us to look only in the eyes of the other ethnic group, or in the eyes of the other regional, and that's not fair. We must begin to stand, like you rightly put it, Georgia is very divisive. I agree with you 100%. And the CDC regime is divisive. I agree with you 100%. And that is why we condemn it. And I was saying, President Doe, when he started, like AP said, how to go, Sam said, he started when few people started to put words in his ear and directed him into the ethnic politics, then there were everything spoiled. But guess what? That's not all the crown people who benefited from doing. But guess what? When they walk in, the vast majority of the entire ethnic group of crown were marginalized, were hunted down because of one man, selfish, or a group of handful of just a handful of crown people who misbehave or abuse power had to make for the rest to suffer that. That is bad. That is what I'm coming out to say. If we are continuing like this and other people takes power, when they start to marginalize us from the southeast, how will we feel? Now, what will happen tomorrow when CDC is not in power and these people are not in power? How will they relate to the other ethnic? That's not fair. That is my point. We must stay against it right now. Look, if we aggregate the 5 countries in the southeast, the total number cannot make anybody president. That is a fact. The statistic is there. You can rule that out. So we need other people to make us leaders. So when they help make us leaders, we should not turn our back on them. That's not fair. That is what I'm saying. And that is why we must all stand, people like you, people like me, we must rise up against here to abort the divisive politics and ethnic politics and regional politics. The government is not the Southeastern government, it's for the entire 42,000 square mile. It's for all like so everybody who is qualified should be incorporated into the government so that people will have balance of power and there will be check and balances and there will be, free flow of, cooperation and harmony as we live together as one people. That is the point I'm preaching. That is the point I'm coming from. But because people only concerned about what they will give to them and don't care about the other people, it's bad. These are things that make people to get at one another. If it was pure unity in our nation, will start now with abolishing divisive politics ethnic politics and regional politics in terms of distributing wealth. The wealth of the country is for all. Thank you.
Yeah, just to correct something that my sister had just said. You know, the fire truck, the fire truck yesterday. You know, there was. Let me see that. There was a fire yesterday in Claratown. The people called a fire truck. The fire truck was nowhere to be found. A young boy died in a fire. That is the government that you people are saying we should forget about. That the country is good. That the country is good. But what I am saying here tonight is just very clear. As soon as Josh Manowiya leave power, and I know 2023 he will be leaving, let the people at the East, let them just forget about the presidency. Let them just forget about it because they are president. They are not developing our country. They are not developing their country. They are not developing the country in a way in which it's supposed to be done. Since Josh Manowiya came to power, what he have been doing? Corruptions have been the hallmark of the day. And there are men coming, water spoon to say, but I'm waiting year first for 2029. Thank you and have a God bless day. Bye-bye.